Hello. Today I am talking to you, my viewer, the person behind the camera. I considered doing this video as a role play, but I really want you to know that what I'm saying in this video is meant for you specifically to hear. I want to be a friend to you today. First of all, Merry Christmas if you celebrate. I know that for some people, Christmas may not be that merry, which is why I want to spend some time with you. In case you need a friend, or even if you had a great Christmas and you just want to continue the joy and merriness, I think you could still enjoy spending some time with me, hopefully. So, regardless of what your situation is on this day, I just want to give you a big thank you for being who you are. So, regardless of what your situation might look like today, even if it's just a normal day for you, I just would love to take a little bit of your time to tell you how thankful I am for you. This time of year is always a time of some reflection for me, where I look back at what's happened during the year, things I'm grateful for, and what I look forward to in the coming year. And I can say with absolute certainty that one of the highlights of my year has been interacting with you via you watching my videos or leaving me a comment or just being here, being part of this community. Truly, it means so much to me. I know that the world can be a very cruel place. We hear so much bad news all the time, and when I look at what's happening in the world, some days I just think there's no hope and everyone's bad and everything's evil. But then I come across wonderful people like you, and it all makes sense again, and there's hope, and there's knowing that there are good people out in the world. So I really appreciate you, just being who you are, just existing. That alone is enough to make a difference. So I hope that you take good care of yourself. And I always say that, but truly, I don't think you can live your best life if you're not taking care of yourself. So here are some ideas that I have for you. First of all, a warm bath can do wonders, absolute wonders, especially if you add bubbles. If you don't have a bath, then I recommend taking an extra long shower. Maybe getting yourself a nice sponge and some shower gel that just smells amazing, and just putting that onto the sponge and rubbing it all over you and really enjoying that cleansing feeling and how good you smell afterwards. Especially if you then get out of the shower and you put on some freshly washed PJs, and you can even try and arrange so that you can climb into a bed with fresh sheets. I really think that is such a beautiful thing that you can do for yourself. Just to get that snug and cozy feeling and showing yourself that you are worthy of love and of being taken care of. Other things you can do for yourself is that no matter how you feel on the inside, if you don't have motivation or you just feel really down, I think if you can just get yourself to go outside, be it for 5 minutes, but even better if it's a bit longer and you can get some movement in. It's so good for your body just to get things moving, get the blood flowing, get some fresh air in. And I find that oftentimes with self-care and doing things that are good for us, we expect those things to be relaxing, but sometimes it's a bit of an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience to put on your running shoes and go for a walk, especially if the weather is not great. But the long-term benefits is just, it makes the effort seem insignificant. And I know it's so difficult just to take that first step, even running yourself a bath, washing your clothes. It can take so much when we don't feel good, when we don't feel our best mentally. But if you are in a situation or a headspace that you can do some of those nice things for yourself, even if it is a little bit inconvenient at first, I highly encourage you to push through and to do that. You deserve the best treatment, and no one else can give you that treatment if you don't give it to yourself first. Alright? And I say this from a place of care and really wanting the best for you, and wanting you to be the best version you can be. And if you are going through something, maybe something bad happened, or your mental health is just not doing good, or you have a lot of stress, you have a lot on your plate. Of course, these things happen. They happen to everyone. Please don't beat yourself up. Cancel the plans if you have to. Get takeout instead of eating healthy. Skip a shower or two. We have these seasons, we have these moments where we just need to grieve, where we just need to heal, where we just need to rest and recover. Just, take your time, but don't let it linger too long. Don't be afraid to ask for help, to go see a professional. Truly, I know how difficult it can be to reach out and to say, I need help. You rather just want to lay in bed another day and scroll on the internet. But the good life that you want, the joy that you want, it is not in your room, it is not in your bed. I wish it was simpler to get. I wish it was easier to get. But you have to inconvenience yourself a little bit. Go seek help. Do the exercises, do the treatments, do what you need to do to be your best and to feel your best, okay? And know that it's worth doing, because you do have people in your life who care about you and who want you to come out on top. I know, I think all of us have had people be very much less than kind, and I wish that it wasn't that way. And I know it's easy to say that, it comes from their insecurities, it's just a reflection of who they are as a person, what's going on the inside for them, but it still hurts. It's not nice when someone says something mean or degrading about you, especially if it's someone you're close to, if it's family or a close friend, that really hurts and it really stings. But I need you to know that you are more than that. You cannot let yourself stoop as low as their opinion of you. You are so much more than that, and you can be whatever you want to be. You can prove them wrong, or you never have to give them a second thought. It's all in your hands. And just please don't ever believe that you are a certain type of person because of what someone else says. You are not what people say you are. That is not how your personality gets formed. That is not how you become the person you are. So don't let people's opinions get to you too much. And I know it's so difficult. It's so difficult. But we need to be secure enough in ourselves to find our own sense of self and to decide for ourselves who we want to be, what qualities we want to portray, and later on, it's not going to matter what someone else says, because you are who you are, and the right people will notice that and will see that and appreciate it and love you for who you are. So this time of year is, of course, also the perfect opportunity to do something charitable, do something kind for someone else. The reason I recommend it is because it can really make you feel good. It can make you feel like you have a sense of purpose, and simultaneously someone else benefits from it. So it doesn't have to be big. You can donate items in your local community. You can find out what charities are in need around this time of year, or you can just do something for someone in your life. For example, if you have a grandma or a sibling or a parent, and you're able to do something extra nice for them, even if it's just driving them to the store, spending an extra hour with them, drinking tea. Small things like that can make the world of a difference, and that's quite beautiful. So I think this is a good time of year to consider these types of things. Sometimes life just flies by and everything is so crazy and there's so much going on. When things calm down, or when there's a few more holidays, it can be nice to just sit for a moment and think, who am I? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do for the people around me? How do I want them to see me? I think it's important to have these conversations with ourselves sometimes, just as a reminder that you're on the right track. As what you want to leave behind one day, what you want people to remember you as, and just what you can do to live your absolute best life. So I also want to say thank you so much for all the good deeds you have already done, not only this year but throughout your life. They don't go unnoticed, and I think if I think back of my life, there are so many small little acts of kindness that people did for me that stick with you, and every time you remember it, it feels so good. So I'm sure you have memories like that as well, and it's so nice to kind of think back about moments like that, remember those wonderful kind people, and to just realize how big of an impact your existence and your actions can make. So that was really it for me. I don't have an awful lot to say, but I just wanted to be here with you today and just share some gentle, kind reminders with you, and just make you understand that you do matter and you are important, and I just don't want you to feel alone or misunderstood or brought down by words of other people. I just really don't want that for you, especially not today. So please know that you are enough, you are good enough, and you've got an amazing life ahead of you. I know we don't always see it. I know sometimes it feels like things never get better, but they will. You're gonna have an amazing life, okay? Yes, you are. I promise. So, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, that you're able to make this more of a kind, welcoming place for yourself, that you take good care of yourself, and that's where it begins. And from there on, you'll attract the right people and the right things. So, I love you so very much. I am so thankful for you. And please be kind to yourself. I will see you again in just a few days. Until then, goodbye, my wonderful friend.